Hey, I don't know your name, but I am Nigel. So everyone else, this will be like the second kind of these community like badminton. Where are my words? I just got out of practice. I'm super tired. Sorry, but yeah, basically, someone submitted this in self highlights in the badminton Discord, and this will be like the second one of these things where I just watch and kind of give feedback. Not only will it help me and understand more of my singles game, but hopefully it helps you guys as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's watch this. I haven't watched this yet, so this will be like a blind watching slash analysis slash reaction. So he is the guy away from the camera in the pink shirt. So lefty, good length on the high serve. So right away, I'm seeing that you're off balance. So like here, you should have a lower stance. Like your movement was correct, but because your feet were so upright, like you can see like this ankle here is like tilting over like this. Like that's not a stable platform. And then like here, like you're off balance here as well. So just be careful about that. And you can really see here, like you kind of like do like a one-legged hop to this back corner. So just make sure you're like keeping a low center of gravity and we're really working on that backhand corner. So here I'm not, I don't think this is a wrong shot. I just want to know your thought behind it. Like if you're playing a neutral shot, typically we like players will either play a straight neutral shot or a cross neutral shot, right? Because when you give it to the middle like this, you're opening up the court because now they're able to play like basically anything, and you're already under pressure, so you don't want to do that. So you either play the straight, so the most common shot is predictable and you cover the least amount of like ground, or you play the cross to throw them off. So I want to know what you're thinking when you're playing the middle here. Flat lift at the end. Looks like it's out. Okay. There you go. Nice. So here, you play a good smash, but you like look at your footwork. You run back to the middle instead of running straight, and that I think is the reason why you basically weren't able to get this like short follow up. So you go back to the middle, you split step here, and now you run forward. Oh, sorry. Before we go on the next rally, also this cross shot. I want to see your contact point. Yeah, it looks good. It's just it's a little loopy, so I don't know. I can't pick up from the video itself, but I don't know if you're like hitting it like this or what. But when you're training, just focus on like, or maybe not even the camera angle, but yeah, just focus on sharper drops. And then also, this is also why like here you're not able to move a bit like big. You're not able to move confidently up to this corner because like typically the normal response, right, is they'll just play a straight shot because that's the longest diagonal. But because it's so loopy, they're able to get to it so early. They have more options than if you were to play something a bit faster, which is why like you do like that little jerk right there. You recover well. Good neutral shot here. Good net here. Nice. But yeah. follow up on your net or on your smash. I mean, a bit more confidence, and yeah. Not bad. I'm just seeing a lot of from the three rallies or four rallies we've seen so far. I'm seeing almost like a an aversion, if you will, to playing the cross. Like all of your rallies have so far been, for the most part, like half court singles. You did play like a cross court drop in the last rally, but besides that, all your other shots have been straight. Um, and I don't know like what your thought process is behind that, but I think your gameplay could improve if you, of course, like properly use like cross shots and open up the court a bit more. And I mean, you look fit enough, and it will help your game, and like your footwork will improve as well because it'll have to improve. But yeah, that's all I want to say right now. Yeah, that. Yeah, yeah, like I said, like that was all just one side of the court, and it was also a lot of pushing back. There's a lot of clears. It was a lot of pushing back movement. There was no like, yeah, nice, nice. Wait, so I can't. I was gonna comment on your racket positioning here, but I can't actually see. So let's just skip ahead. Good. Yeah. So again, here, like you're still like hedging your bets. It's like, oh, see, like you do the smash, and you're running to the middle immediately. You should just run straight. Um, I'm sure you've heard this before, and like every coach says this. It's just like for me personally, it's like a self belief kind of thing. Like for me, like I train as well. I'm a player as well. When it came like for me to like actually do this in a game situation, it took like self belief and a lot of practice. Like I understand like the struggle that you can have when trying to just run straight because you think the opponent will play like some crazy cross block shot or like lift it over your head, but like you gotta think like at this level, and it looks like your smash is pretty good. They're probably gonna play only like short blocks, right? And if they do play off something else at this level, it won't be that good of quality. So your agility should make up for that. And of course, it's always a case by case basis. So if you end up playing someone that does play like some crazy like defense shots against your smash, then you just adjust your game accordingly. But until then, like try to mentally make that switch to just running straight after the smash. So that is not a split step. You're bouncing. Like look, one, two. Looks like almost three bounces before you hit. Um, like it's almost a split step. Like I understand why you're doing it. Maybe you don't know when they're actually hitting, but in the case like this, when you have lots of time, just like look at like the guy's racket and like match your step with the swing. You don't need to bounce up and down because one, it wastes energy, and two, If they hit it and your timing is off, like basically you just did all of that jumping for nothing. Okay. Let's see what happens next. So it looks like he plays a body smash. Yeah, he plays a body smash. Good push. Good rally. Okay, so a few things. Again, at this level, the backhands are likely going to be very weak. So you need to be taking a few steps forward to the straight shot. If you were a few steps forward, you could have played a very tight net. You could have even just drove it to the open space. You could have played a cross net. Just being closer to the ball just gives you more options. It makes everything more deadly. But here it looks like you're just like, looks like you're in the middle of the court. You might be a step towards the service line, but it's just way too far to effectively cover anything. Because if you're in the exact middle, like, yes, you can cover everything, but you can't cover anything particularly well. And because they're playing the backhand, you don't need to be scared of like a smash or anything. So yeah, just work on covering the most likely shot, which is the straight. The net here is good. So again, why not the straight here? Is what I want to know. Again, it feels like you're playing singles one half court at a time. Nice. Great. That was beautiful, yeah. That was well read, like, no, no, nothing. No complaints or anything. That shot was, like, by the way, this serve is definitely out. Like, the guy's past the line. So, just, like, focus on your serve as well. This is an example of a better smash. As you can see, like, the angle is a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit tighter. It's a bit, like, tighter to the net, at least. And I'm gonna assume, like, you're, like a beginner level, high beginner level. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, like, I remember when I was at that level, I still might be, but I remember when I was at that level, I always thought that drops should be, like, super tight to the net as possible, and therefore they should be really slow, when in fact the opposite is true. In singles, your default drop should be a fast drop that lands around the service line. And we can talk about why later, but just remember that. That will force your opponent to bend down a little bit more, and it won't give him as many options to, like, a few rallies back when you played that really loopy drop and you had a lot of options and you kind of stumbled. It won't let him do that if you play a fast drop. But okay. Let's see. There you go. Nice work opening the court. Yeah, so a few things. One here, you see how, like, off balance he is? You need to be up a little bit. When someone's that off balance, the two things you're going to play is either going to be a net or a lift. And when they're off balance, it's not going to be a lift all the way to the back court. Again, we got to remember the skill level that we're playing at. This isn't like All England where they, like, play incredible lifts at any, like, angle. But okay. You decided to play a cross lift, open up the court, nice. It looks like he was reading this because he got to this very well, or the lift is very short. I can't tell from the angle. But again, you block it to the middle, that's fine. So here, the guy is anticipating something very short, just because you're taking it very late. Yeah, and you're also doing it, again, very loopy. When you're doing something, when you're playing a neutral shot from, like, the late forehand or rear court, you need to play something with a little bit of pace, just because this will prevent them from playing a spinning net shot. And you need to play something close to the net, because when they do something like this, then you just give them more options. He could have, pushed it here. You see my mouse, he could have pushed it there. He could have pushed it towards the body. Yeah. Better drop, better drop. So here, why do you play the net back to the middle? You could have just played it straight. I think you might be doing it subconsciously as well. So if you intended to play a straight, and you're asking yourself why is it going back to the middle, it's because your racket face is pointing this way. If you want to play straight, your racket face needs to be like this. But yeah, not bad shot. And there you go. Even pressure. Hmm. I would have. You're actually like if you see where the dude is, he's literally just standing in this court. Like he has given up all like ideas of guarding this side of the court. I would have played like a cross shot. Any cross shot would have just been a game winner at this point. I think cross drop, cross smash, cross half smash, cross clear. Yeah, you got the job. So you don't always have to push back his drop. Like you're taking these very fast. You could have easily played a net right there as well. That's more of a commentary than critique. Like what you did was perfectly fine. These are better drops. These are better drops. Good, good, good. So yeah, better drops. Here, follow up on the smash. Here, there's no need to play the net to the middle. You have the offensive. There's no need to neutralize anything. Play a straight and add pressure, or play a cross and make him run. Um, Now was not the time to play the neutral net shot. Yeah, see, so like you opened up the court and now you lost the point on a unforced error. Again, like the middle shots are doing more harm than good right now, buddy. Like even that last shot didn't go over. If it had, it would have been fatal. See, like here, like, like you are anticipating the short because like you know like he's not gonna clear it all the way, but you're still hanging a little bit far back. You should have been straight, not on the line. Yeah, and you probably wouldn't have gotten that. And also, again, like all of this is open. All of this is open. There's no need to smash him. Singles is a game about moving the ball around the opponent, and doubles is a game about moving the ball through opponents. Basically, always remember that. And again, you had the option to play a soft shot as well. There was, you know, I understand the temptation to always want to play smash, but you can play drops as well. So what happens here? So that just looks like a very low clear. It might have been an attempt at an attack clear. Again, I can't tell because of camera angle, but it was not a good shot, and I can tell you that because you can see how little he moved. Yeah, he's on the line. Yeah, he takes. He does a split step. He doesn't even take a step, and he just holds his racket up. So you can tell like it didn't have any movement pressure or shot pressure on him, and he just plays it back. So my suggestion here is if you're gonna play an attack clear, you need to make it high enough where he can't do that, and to the corners, like better, better. What happens here? Is it out? Okay. Oh, what is What is happening here? Okay. Yeah, the timing was off. Like you were in the air when he hit it. So yeah, okay, you were late. Good, 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 good. So here you kind of initiate a drive game, but you need to be very careful about when you pick and choose your drive games. You got to be very confident you can win them or at least gain an advantage from them. Um, there's no obligation for you to continue a drive, like a drive game or a drive match or a drive war, whatever you want to call it. If you feel like it's not advantageous for you, like it feels like here you feel like you were forced to continue to drive. Um, I would have suggested that you're off balance here, taking this one back. I would have just played a block. So a block, if you don't know, is just like a long net. So it's like a drop shot, or sorry, it's a net shot that like lands around the service line. That's what I would have done. I would have just said, "Screw this, I'm not winning it," and I would have forced a lift. Um, like there, like what he did was a block. But luckily it's out. Nice, nice. Again, there an option is to play the net. He played a lot of clears, so he's biasing the back. So playing a net shot would also be very effective. There you go. You follow up on this one a bit more. So the reason why this one shot wasn't as effective is because again you're playing the shot basically to his racket. It didn't add any movement pressure to him. Luckily, he didn't go over the net. Like if you want to play that fast lift, make it really straight or make it cross. Is it in? Looks like it's in. Yeah, just the jumping is not helping, as you can see. So really, like focus, like look at the opponent, and when he's when he's about to hit it, like match your footstep. Do it deep. Nice, it was in. I think that serve was out, by the way. So like you, I don't expect you to notice this in like mid game, but the reason why he was able to play a shot like that is because he's anticipating like you just to play a clear straight, which tells me that your shots are very like predictable, and you need to add some variety in them. Because like he was all over that. Again, play it straight or play it cross. At this level, like ditch the backhand entirely and just practice footwork to get around the head. I'll just give you a lot more options control. Yeah, so again, this neutralization shot way too loopy. Like it looks like you sliced it a little bit, And by slice, I mean you're not hitting it like square on with a racket. So it's like kind of like looping like this. And again, it just gives him like way too many options. Like the point of a neutralization shot, right, is to try and take out the sting of the opponent. Like the opponent has forced you into a vulnerable position, and the point of neutralization shot is to try and reduce that advantage as much as you can. Like you're not going to get rid of it all in one shot. So don't worry about like playing like these perfect shots, because I kind of think I know what your mentality is, because I've like been at this level before, and it's always been like I need to play like a super amazing, like super not like super tight to the net like drop shot. And what ends up happening more than not is like these really loopy shots. And like I've said before, and I'll keep it brief because I don't know how long this is, 25 minutes. Playing something a little bit like flatter, a little bit faster, not a drive, but not like a super slow drop as well. Something with like a little bit of pace, just to keep the opponents uncertain, will help neutralize most of their advantage. Or if you have like the wrist and arm strength to play clear, then do that. But yeah, you can also look up some YouTube videos on what a good neutralization shot looks like, and of course, footwork practice. Nice. As always, you can just clear people's backhands. There you go. There you go. Even better. I approve of that rally. Only thing I would say is, again, looks like you're just jumping. Yeah. Nice. Follow up on that smash, but besides that, yeah. Mm. That's an example of a block. That's an okay shot. Um, Take away the net from them, make them force a lift. That's definitely fine. Like I don't care, it's out. It's a good idea. Yeah, that's fine. Again, the middle, just play it straight. I promise. I'm I'm not sure what the purpose of this shot was. Your racket is up high, and again, I can't tell if the camera angle if you're above the net or not. But if your racket and the ball is like in this position, and you're above the net, might as well just drive it down. You could have just drove it straight here, and at this level probably would have been an outright winner. If not, it would have been a very weak reply. So the only time you really want to do like a fake like this is when you've done a good smash and you're up at the net and your racket's above the net, because then that's a deception play. It looks like you're like in mid court, and when you play a super slow shot like that, you give them so much time to recover. Yeah, just an unforced error. Is that over? Nice. So yeah, this is your best drop in this video so far. Like, looks like it lands around the service line. Like, look how tight it was. The net had a little bit of pace to it. That's what you're looking for out of drops. Yeah. Don't do that. Just get behind it with your round the head footwork. Yeah, that was a high clear. You had lots of time. You didn't need to back in. Well, you guys are playing twice in the background. I love that. Something like that. Follow up on that shot though. Okay, so I've given you a lot. Like it's a 30-minute video. I'm sorry. So I will try and narrow it down to like the biggest takeaways. One, split step timing and like just center, like low center of gravity. Don't just jump indiscriminately. Actually, like pay attention to what you're doing and try and time it. Like, of course, your timing is not gonna be perfect. Like even mine's not perfect. Like split step timing doesn't get perfect until years afterward, but it's a good thing to start now if you want to like actually improve. And it'll help you save energy because it'll help you like actually spend it wisely. Stop playing so many shots in the middle. The only time you really want to play shots in the middle is when you're trying to neutralize their offense. So during the high serve, a shot to the middle is a good idea if you're able to cover the whole court. If not, just do a high serve to the corners, and just cover the straight with a bias, or bias the straight and then cover the cross if need be. And also, like when you're playing nets, no need to play nets in the middle. That just increases the travel time, reduces like the amount of movement pressure you place on the opponent, because usually opponents are staying in the middle, so all they're having to do is move forward. They're not having to lunge left or right. And it also opens up their angles of reply, because now instead of if you play a straight, they can either play a straight or a cross. If you play in the middle, they can play anything now, because they're in the middle. And you've seen this a few times where you play something in the middle and then you don't know what to cover and they win the point. Neutralization shots need a little bit of pace. Your drops need a lot of pace. Follow up on the smash. And I think with that, if you incorporate those, 4 or 5 things, I think your game would be a lot better. So yeah, hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, I'm in the chat. I'm also going to upload this on my YouTube, and you can leave comments down below. So if anyone else, finds this useful, entertaining, or wants me to take a look at their footage, I would love to. It's actually enjoyable analyzing other people's footage for me. So yeah, hit me up, like and subscribe.